Hello and welcome back to the Two Droids No Questions Asked podcast, your one-stop shop for all the latest pop culture, TV, movie and comic book news. It's been a while.
A long while.
But we're back.
We are back, and I don't think I'm meant to have spoken yet. I've not been introduced.
Well, we all know who you are now, Simo.
Well, they do now.
Well, yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good to be back. Been a while. Couple of weeks. Well, I think it's 2 weeks for everyone else, but it's been a little bit longer for us.
Yeah. My fault. I've been...
We were going to try and record, but it just didn't work.
Yeah. Time difference is hard.
He was technically a day ahead, so...
Yeah.
He was scoping out rival podcasts in the Southern Hemisphere.
I was doing my research, always plotting and conniving the next move. You've always got to keep them guessing. But
I guess they shall.
Hell yeah, they will. But we're back, like we never left.
I hope you never left as well, the loyal listener.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, man, from Ashburn.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I imagine they've probably all left. We're talking to no one. But if you've left, we didn't want you anyway.
I know we'll have one listener, a friend of mine who's a postie. He's just become a postie. He said he's looking out for podcasts.
Oh yeah.
And he used to listen anyway, so I feel like he'd probably be listening anyway.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah, and I know a couple of people that will be listening.
Oh,
but
there you go.
It's more people we don't know that might have left.
Probably.
But if you have left, like I said, we didn't want you anyway. It's your loss and not ours. Now this week, Simo.
Yes.
There's been...
Quite a lot.
Yeah, a big one over the weekend.
Well, I've actually brought a little fun fact about that. So once you've mentioned it, I brought something along with me.
Simo's one bit of news.
Yeah.
About 2 bits of news this week.
Yes, 2 bits of news.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Don't get used to this.
Potentially even 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
God, nearly just fell off my chair at this.
Although one of them I'm actually going to do as a bit of news is going to be in what we've been watching. If I'm being honest. So,
well, stick around for that later on. We're, of course, when we speak about last weekend, talking about the Super Bowl. Yes. Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday, which ended up actually going into Monday for the likes of us.
Yeah.
I did have it on. I was watching it, but we live in the UK, and unless you've got a dodgy stick or you pay for CBS or whatever,
it
was on. I was watching it through ITV.
Oh,
none of the good stuff.
No.
So a friend of mine was watching it on the proper stream, and then also a little bit of the Nickelodeon streams. We had SpongeBob saying stuff that I've seen that looks sick. It was every time the ball was out of play, he was watching a cool advert with Chris Pratt as Mr. Pringle.
Yeah.
And I was there listening to 3 people I've never met, and then another guy, well, not met, that I've never seen before. I assume are NFL players, and then a British pundit that I also have never seen or heard of talking about the NFL. And it was just always them talking about, oh, look, he's looking at his tablet now about what play he's going to play next.
Yeah.
And I eventually turned it off because it had been on for about 45 minutes in play.
Yeah.
And they had only had the ball for like a minute.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not doing this.
I've only watched, actually stayed up and watched the Super Bowl once, which was with a friend of ours, Will.
Yeah.
When we were at university. And the only reason we did it...
Dropping. That was the person I was talking about.
Oh, really? Well, shout out, Will, if you're listening. We stayed up to watch it because his uni campus building, they'd advertised it as watch the Super Bowl, free Dominoes.
Oh,
so we were sick. We'll come round, we'll stay up, we'll have a few drinks,
a couple of trailers.
Get some pizza, have a great time. We watched it. The pizza was hours late, and we were saving ourselves waiting for big pizza, and then I don't even know if I even got any in the end, to be honest with you. And then the Super Bowl itself, I think it would have been 18-19 season.
Yeah.
And it turned out it was the lowest scoring Super Bowl in history. It was the worst fucking Super Bowl ever. It was so boring.
What year was that? So 2019. So we haven't even had any good trailers.
I can't even remember seeing any.
Might have had the last, not the Last Jedi, the Rise of Skywalker. That might have been it.
So no.
So
is the answer to that one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, did you actually? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was watching it, and then, but it is, and I don't want to. I'm going to bring my bit of news now.
Okay, let's dive into it.
Right, first I'm going to give you a definition of a word.
Ooh.
Telecast. That means something that's televised. Yeah, that's the definition of that. Now, the World Cup is telecast. Okay, there is streamed as well, but it's telecast. It's a TV.
Yeah.
TV show. Right now. The news has been reporting quite a few news articles. CBS is one of them. Obviously, they're the ones that are showing it. But NBC, Fox, a few others have all said the same thing, that the Super Bowl is the most watched television show of all time with 133 million views.
It's just a lie.
Which is very, very incorrect. And I'm going to tell you for why that's incorrect. For one, let's just put this into context. That's worldwide views. Now, that is it's pretty much a third of America's population.
Yeah.
If that was just American people. Now, the FA Cup brings in 20 million UK views.
Yeah.
On the telly. Now, that's also a third of the British population. So if you do that, you know what? They're kind of there. You'd think, you know what? They've got something there. No, you haven't. Because the Qatar 2022 World Cup, the opening game between Ecuador and Qatar. Now, I get it's a world event and all this, but you're trying to say it's the best and the biggest and the world champions. Come on. Yeah. The opening game, Ecuador versus Qatar, had 550 million global views, as according to FIFA. And the final had... it said it had 5 billion actual mentions and comments on Instagram, which isn't, that's still a big achievement, but it had 1.5 billion viewers.
Yeah.
Now that's
insane.
Yeah, it's 1/7 of the fucking world's population. Is what that is.
And the difference between a million and a billion. Say the Super Bowl got 130 million.
Yeah.
That is not even a healthy percentage. Of the people that watch the World Cup final.
And that's just one. I've not even looked for the most watched World Cup final, but there seems to be a trend. Because when I was going through and I was searching for, and if you search on there now, the most watched TV show, it comes up with loads of different things. So I know it's quite hard to track, but there's also one of them. They're all American events. All of them are American events, and I'm like, it's not true.
I saw a TikTok this morning, which was this guy asking people what they think the most viewed sporting event is, and all of them Super Bowl, it's number one.
I mean, I'm pretty sure cricket.
The Cricket World Cup final was viewed more than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did see one as well. I think it was Sports Joe or whatever. And they were before they were going in, they were like, oh, what do you think's the best sport in the world and all this? And then someone was like, oh, who even watches cricket? And it's a lot of people,
people.
India, Pakistan, countries in Africa, England, Britain.
Some of the most
popular,
population dense places.
The most popular. Is it the most populated country, or is it still China?
I think it's China, but I think India's population is denser.
Yeah, it's but it's still one of the most populated countries. And who watches that? Or
all of them.
All of them.
I think the Cricket World Cup final got 1 billion views.
Yeah,
it's something silly.
I know that's just us being really spiteful because they're just playing a shit rugby league, but
yeah, that's true. We're going to lose our American viewers after this episode.
I don't. Fuck you.
We don't care for Americism here.
I genuinely didn't realise how slow it is, but I've also got another fact for you.
Here we go.
So this is an average in play, and I was going to try and figure out other sports just to show how terrible it is. I was going to use darts to see how long darts are in play for in a darts game, because it's quite embarrassing. So an NFL game usually lasts for about 3 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, do you know how long?
Stop after every
do you know the average that the ball is in play?
If 3 hours is full, I'm going to say 40 minutes.
Less.
No, not less than half an hour.
Less.
20?
Less.
Not 10 minutes.
Bit more.
15?
You bang on pretty. It's 15 to 16 minutes is the average
pathetic.
that the ball is in play. And it's 30 minutes. It's 30 seconds that they run with the ball.
Yeah.
And then they go, yeah, right, we're going to go and
5-minute break.
You sing on stage. We're gonna go and have a look at our tablets and see what play we're gonna do next. It's like, what? How is this?
That is terrible.
How is this become so big? Is what I like. I get that it's kind of like in America, the states are that big. It's pretty much equivalent to the countries in Europe.
Yeah,
so it's kind of more like the Euros final.
Yeah.
More than like the FA Cup or whatever.
Yeah.
But then again, that also makes it look fucking stupid because 20 million people watch the FA Cup.
Yeah,
so it's just like,
or even like the Champions League gets way more.
Yeah, I should have checked the Champions League because that would have been a very. That would have been
it's
a good,
high, like hundreds of millions. I know that much.
But it's just also a funny thing. They did a flyover
in
an enclosed stadium.
Wow. Fuck me. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we're going to do 2 hours of just bashing America. Why American football is a stupid sport. However, positives.
Yes.
Of the Super Bowl. Sure, your sport's stupid and your athletes don't know how to run, but trailers.
The trailers.
Some real big ones.
Such a weird thing for a sporting event. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm bashing them again.
Yeah,
I'm bashing them again. The way you get your views is by putting trailers in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A quick rundown of the trailers that we've seen. We've just rewatched them all, fresh in the brain. So we've got trailers for A Quiet Place, Day One, I think it's called.
Don't say it.
Keep that one quiet. The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Wicked Part 1.
Ooh.
Controversial. If, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Twisters, hold on tight.
So is that an origin movie? Is it like a Wonka movie about the ice cream, the lolly?
Oh no, it's about how like tornadoes are made.
Oh, so it's not about the dance, the twist.
No, it's the origin movie of.
Oh, it's how a tornado became a tornado.
Yeah.
Did its
before he was
his parents' hurricane get murdered in a horrible accident?
He's got a bit of a tragic backstory.
He got bitten by a radioactive custard.
yeah. Well, then the big one that's come out of it, which I'm sure is the main reason most of you are listening to this.
It's the reason I watched it, and then they released it before it even kick off.
Is of course Deadpool and Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
Which we're going to be diving into all these little discussion. Some of them will probably be much quicker discussions than others. I'm sure. But before that, some breaking news is in as of a couple of hours ago at time of recording. Marvel have confirmed the cast for the Fantastic Four.
They have. We knew it anyway, didn't we? But
yeah, we've covered it quite extensively. But again, more proof that we are a valuable source of news.
Yeah, we knew it. It's not even confirmed. We were calling it and we said it.
Yeah, and we've not got a scoop wrong yet. Out of all the things we've broken,
have we not?
We've not got a scoop wrong.
Oh my god, we're shit.
Yeah, we're creditable.
To our, like, we're probably more like a conspiracy theorist at the moment, whereas like we probably get like 10 listens. Yeah, just like in a room, just like, yes, I think these are going to play these.
As long as we don't go full Star Wars theory and accuse them of stealing.
They stole our idea.
That's our script, bro.
What a fucking loser.
So Fantastic Four, we have Reed Richards.
Yes,
going to be played by Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm not so keen.
I like it. It's
personally.
I've seen a lot of people that go, I think he's a really good actor, but they don't see him fitting the part. Well, if you think he's a really good actor, you should give him some kudos and let him see what he does.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely open to seeing what he's going to do.
I think one of the things that's made it hard is the fact that they showed John Krasinski as and that was a fan cast. People have been calling for that, and then they showed it for like a minute.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
I just think he wouldn't. I don't think he's bad by any means, but he wouldn't be my first choice.
Yeah, but it will be a good way of getting people's partners to come to the cinema with them.
Very true.
Come see Daddy Pat.
Marketing genius.
Pascal.
So Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm.
Love it.
Which is great.
Really like it.
Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm.
That's the one that I'm kind of like, I wonder how that's going to go.
Yeah.
Because he played his role in Stranger Things, obviously had like a bit of quips and he was a bit... Even though he was like an outcast of society and a bit of a loser in society, but in his little clique he was funny and
cool
quippy
guy.
And he was the cool guy.
Yeah.
So like we know he can play a cool guy. So I'm quite happy with that.
I'm
very cool, is he? He's pretty flaming.
Hell yeah.
You could say.
And then the best casting out of the four cousin from the bear.
Yes, I don't know his name.
The Thing.
I don't know his name, but I've watched parts of the bear now, so I haven't finished it, but I've been watching it. But you know, I'm never going to agree with that casting if I'm being honest with the Thing, because we all know who I want to play the Thing.
What, Danny DeVito?
Oh hell yeah! But Sam Sulek,
Eben Moss-Backrack.
That's the one. The cousin.
The Thing. Which he's going to be so fucking good at that. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'm excited to see what the Thing's going to look like. But have they kind of confirmed how the Thing's going to look in the cartoon that they've released? Because they've made all the characters look like Pedro Pascal, like Joseph Quinn.
Yeah,
they
it
look
seems
like
that
them.
way.
So, and then they've shown the Thing on there, and it looks very comic
comic-y.
accurate. So it's like, have they just gone, well, you know, we might as well just draw them comic accurate for this? Or is that what they're going for?
I hope it is.
It's got to be, surely.
Yeah, I really hope it is. But yeah, we called it. You know, you stick around, listen. You'll get the scoops as they come.
They need to get this one right, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If they don't get this,
fumble.
I just don't know where the future is going to be in Marvel.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure on the next 2 years of releases.
Well, if they fumble and DC come out with the new Superman movie, and people are like, oh, this is really good. And if they start making good movies, you know, the superhero hype might come back. But for DC, not for Marvel. So
yeah, but we will see. And I believe you've got another piece of American sports news.
Yes. So it's a bit of sports entertainment, and this actually, you know, revolves around the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock himself.
Just all entertainment, really.
So, as some of you may know, some of you might not know, so WWE was bought out by TKO, which is a company that also own UFC and some other little sports entertainment corporations. And The Rock, been the man that he is and trying to wiggle his way back into all franchises, try and create new ones because he just needs that bag. He's got himself as a director of board for TKO, which I mean, fair enough. He's a massive WWE star. Hollywood. He runs his own businesses. Like, why not? It's a fine place for him to go.
Yeah,
understand it. He understands the business. Brilliant. But in WWE, they've been running a story to do with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns having a fight at WrestleMania for the undisputed Universal title and the WWE title. And everyone was like, hell yeah, this is where it's going to be. They've been hyping it up. It's really good. And like even on the the video game that's coming out, the 2K video game, it's all called Finishing Cody's Story. It's like finish his story and stuff like that. So they've been hinting it for ages. It's going to be this fight.
A lot of build up.
And it has been confirmed that it now is going to be that. But we're going to talk a little bit about the reasons for why. So The Rock came out. Well, Cody came out. They have these little press conferences, don't they? The little mock-up press conferences that you do for real fights and stuff like that. I mean, it is real for any kids listening. And
if your kids listening, you shouldn't be.
Yeah. And basically, he was like, I am going to fight you, Roman Reigns, but not at WrestleMania. And everyone was like, oh, no. And then, this has already happened before with CM Punk, 10 years ago. Then The Rock came out and all this, and it was going to be them two fighting, and the internet went fucking wild. People weren't happy. People were like, "Why are you doing this? You're an old, you're down and out. Not down and out, but you're an old superstar. This isn't your time anymore. You can't just come back randomly all the time. Just because you own the company, you're a board member of the company. You shouldn't be then forcing your way into the main event. That's not. You don't need it.
You've got lots of other things going on.
You've got Fast and Furious.
Yeah, you are
Stay
one
with
of.
that.
You're either Hobbs or Shaw. You're one of them.
I think he's Shaw.
Oh, I thought it was Hobbs.
Oh, I don't know.
Who
I don't
knows?
care.
You know, there's this live action Moana that's meant to be going on.
And there's Moana 2.
Yeah.
And
why are you doing this?
The Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. Black Adam versus Superman.
Yeah, you've got loads of things there.
The hierarchies. We're still waiting for it to change.
But he came out for the next bit for a conference, and basically the crowd for ages were just going, Rocky sucks, and everyone was like, oh my god, is this the late 90s, early 2000s again? But WWE then went, right, okay, we'll go back to the original script, Cody versus Roman, there you go, you can have it. But they seem to have, in a bit of kudos to The Rock in this bit, he realised that people weren't liking him, and he's turned heel. Is what it's called, where you turn to be the bad guy.
Yeah, you're the villain.
And he's played it really well, to be fair. But it's just so
probably the
funny.
only bloody thing he's ever played well, huh? Oh, no one's safe.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that if he was here, would you? Yeah.
Oh, I would.
The fucking loser.
Yeah, what's he gonna do?
Turn into a horrible scorpion and sting me?
I dare him.
I double dare him.
CGI face, looking ass.
What's your name? The Rock. It doesn't matter what's your name. He's it just makes me laugh because for anyone that follows The Rock and knows that he's been trying to push into these franchises. Well, not he's already in it, but he's been trying to bring back franchises and keep his name relevant. And I just find it funny that he then became a leading person in a company, just to do that,
just to put himself,
just
back
to put
in
himself in the place. Yeah,
it's a bit funny. Desperate.
But yeah, that's my bit of news.
Wow. Well, I think we're 20 minutes in. I think we should probably dive into these Super Bowl trailers.
Let's go into the Super Bowl trailers. So the trailers is the main segment this week.
It is.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
And the level of preparation we normally do for trailers is more than this. So
yeah, which is saying something because the current preparation is literally like what would you say that is? Maybe a 5x5 centimetre square.
It's a sticky note is what it is.
With just the trailers written down.
It's not even a sticky note.
No, there's no sticky back on that.
We can't even afford sticky notes.
It's just a note.
And we're actually in the same room for this one as well.
We are.
So normally we're in different rooms.
If the audio's not as good.
Yeah,
that's why.
We're normally like struggling between using the interweb.
Yes.
A little reference to Madam Web that comes out this week as well.
Yeah, that's probably going to be next week's.
Oh God,
shit show. Anyway, let's get into the trailers.
Yeah, into the trailers. Let's do this.
Let's get right into the trailers.
Oh, what do we? Let's go into the trailers.
The first one, A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place.
Day one.
Oh, what are we?
Quiet Place Day one. What are we?
Stop doing
that. We're vetoing this immediately.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Christ. Quiet Place Day one, Simo.
What
do you think the story might be?
What are we? I think it's been quite quiet.
That's vetoed, Simo. That's gone now.
Person in city.
Lupita
sees the Transformers flying in.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Holy shit, what's this?" And then everyone starts getting attacked by Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
And then
the street.
Yeah. And then another person comes along, and they go, "Shh." And then that's pretty much what I'm getting from it.
Yeah, pretty much. A Quiet Place prequel.
I really enjoyed both the first and the second one.
Yeah, they are good.
The first one's definitely the better one.
Yeah.
But I think that's just because it's got the man John Krasinski in it.
Yeah, although he's in this trailer, right at the beginning, which I think is footage from the first one.
But they did that in the second one as well, didn't they? He's in the second one, but it's all things from day one. From day one.
A big John Krasinski week this week.
Yeah, well,
we're going to get onto John Krasinski a bit later on.
I'm actually going to be going back into watching some John Krasinski stuff as well.
Yeah.
So Jack Ryan.
Brilliant
program. They just dropped the other season in like November.
Really?
And just no trailers or anything.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I didn't even know it would come out. Yeah, I was just going through and I was like, when did they do another one of these? Like,
wow.
Because they were really good. The first season was incredible. Second season was,
that's what the CIA want you to think, Simo. Exactly. They've got you. The propaganda's been successful.
Don't start saying those words on the paper.
You need to be an independent thinker. Like maybe a reacher.
Ooh.
Over
I mean, I'm probably more Tom Cruise reacher. I'm
5'3".
Yeah.
Just both very tall men.
I'm just normal men. No, I'm more of a Tom Cruise reacher that thinks he looks like the new reacher.
That's on body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
But yeah, A Quiet Place, I think it looks good. Lupita Nyong'o looks to be starring.
I'm glad that you said the name because I'm terrible at names.
Yeah.
He was also good in the second one.
Yeah. Damon Chunsu.
Oh yeah, I see. I'm terrible with names. You see.
Did you think Lupita Nyong'o was? Oh no. It's Nakia from Black Panther that you're talking about.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I actually see her more as the great warrior from the Woman King. So yeah, fuck you. I think she's in the Woman King. I might be.
You just be really
if
racist.
I'm not, then I'm just clearly just a horrible racist. Is what I am.
It seems to be looking that way. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, she was in the Woman King.
Hell yeah, knew it. She's in Star Wars. What?
Yeah,
Who's
she's
Star Wars.
Maz Kanata.
Is she Maz Kanata?
Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o's
hell yeah.
Maz Kanata. But yeah, Jimon Hunsu's in this. Joseph Quinn, another big week for him as well.
Also, it gives him a bit of shown in the big screen.
Yeah,
before the Fantastic Four, which I think is good.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm quite excited for this. I enjoy it. It is very it looks very like Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Like the running through the streets and stuff.
Should it be found footage? Should they have done it as a found footage, like a throwback to that weird 2010 where it was just like
everything was found footage. I don't know. I trust John Krasinski as a director.
Yeah, I trust.
I think this will be good. Anything else on Quiet Place Day One?
I can't really think of anything else.
It's pretty
much. It's it seems like it's going to be similar to the second one.
Yeah.
In bits where and the first one, it's just Quiet Place. But obviously the first one was very much grounded in just one place.
Yeah,
and the second one they moved around quite a lot. The actors, there was different stories coming into it instead of just being the one family.
Yeah.
It was obviously it's centered around that family, but there was different people. We had Cillian Murphy and stuff like that in it. So I think it's going to be similar to that sort of vibe where it's a different thing and it's a bit more grander.
Yeah. My favourite part of the trailer was when they said, "Damn, this place is a quiet place." And everybody clapped. It was my favourite bit. Now, the next trailer.
Yes.
I did not know you were starring in this movie. But it is The Fall Guy.
I don't remember filming it, if I'm being honest.
But you're there.
You're there.
So am I.
Yeah, I mean, I think quite a lot of our listeners are there as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are.
But, I drive.
Yeah. You do the job.
I'm really excited for this movie. I don't know why they did another trailer for this one, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's a comedy movie.
It was a bit more of like an editorial trailer than like a story trailer.
But I'm excited for it. It looks really fun. What's the production house for this movie? Because it kind of feels like a Marv.
Yeah, it's got that.
It's got that sort
Matthew Vaughn feel to it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Like I said, we have spoken about it before, but it was ages ago. I don't really remember who it was, but obviously it's David Lynch is the director, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Universal.
It's Universal, okay. So it kind of gives that sort of like Kick-Ass and Argyle and
it feels sort of that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Hannah Waddingham's in this movie.
Oh, your one true love.
She is my one true love. Hannah, I know you're listening.
Winston Duke's in it as well.
Yeah.
And Taylor Johnson. I think is he going to be in it for a lot, or is he just going to be small little parts? I hope he's in it.
So I think he's playing the actor that Ryan Gosling is the stunt guy for.
Yeah.
So I think in the story he goes missing.
Or was murdered or something?
Yeah, something like that. So I feel like he won't be in it a huge amount.
But always a win.
Well, just like Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, it's a good pairing. I like it. Yeah,
fantastic.
I bet John Krasinski's going to be sweating when he's watching this.
The spouses of last summer's big blockbuster movies. You've got Ken and Mrs. Oppenheimer.
And Mrs.
I can't remember.
I was going to say, when you was going through this, I was just, it would be Mrs. Oppenheimer, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It was just like,
I can't remember what her name was, but
I don't think anyone does in history. I think that's
Ken
why they
and
had
Mrs.
her
Oppenheimer together at last.
But when you was going with that, I was like, what was John Krasinski in that? Was last year? What was the big thing last year? Who's Ryan Gosling married to?
The Game.
Because I'm not married.
No, just married to The Game. No,
Is he married?
I can't imagine he's married. He seems like a guy that wouldn't be. No, doesn't look like it.
What was I going to say? I didn't think he was. I can say, I haven't asked him.
No, I would. Yeah. No, a single man. But he is in a long-term relationship with Eva Mendes.
Okay.
So,
but that's just a win for me, really, isn't it? Because I'm in
yeah,
a long-term relationship with Eva Mendes.
Very
So.
true. Yeah, I think this looks fun. Say a bit of a shorter trailer. You don't see too much of the story in this one.
There's some people dressed as aliens at some point.
Yeah,
Hell
it
yeah,
has like
I like that.
sort of Deadpool-esque like
Yeah.
flashcards that come up where it's
Yeah.
like Ryan motherfucking Gosling,
I can't.
Emily motherfucking Blunt. It's like okay.
I feel like it's going to be. It feels like it's going to be a merge between like your sort of your kick-ass sort of movies or like your Kingsman sort of like that sort of like filming with a Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like it kind of feels like it's going to be that sort of
Yeah.
vibe, which I'm here for. I'll watch it. It comes out. Is it next month or this month?
I think so. I think it's pretty soon.
Is it like the 14th of next month? I feel like it's mid next month.
Let's have a look.
I swear it's mid March.
2nd of May.
Oh, it's May. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus
But
Christ.
that'll be here in no time.
There's quite a lot of movies coming out in May, isn't there? That we're talking about, I think.
It's going to be quite a big one.
Yeah, but you know, hey, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Are you just as excited for the next movie we're going to talk about?
No.
Which is Wicked.
Wicked.
Part
Jungle
1.
is massive.
Now,
Is that what the next one's going to be? So this is Wicked. Is the next one going to be Wicked? And then the last one's going to be Wicked. Jungle is massive.
it has to be, right?
Yeah, if it's not.
And then like the spin-off show, which is original. Right at the end. No?
Nice.
Yeah.
I've
Don't
actually been
steal
at the
our ideas.
They stole the script on my script.
Universal Pictures, back off. Yeah, I can't say I know too much about this. I know that it's like I think Wicked is a stage show set. It follows the witch.
The Wizard of Oz?
The Wicked Witch before the Wizard of Oz, and this is part 1 of the adaptation of Wicked, the stage show.
I did like the bit in the trailer when they did go, wow, this is Wicked.
Yeah.
And then they did a little finger snap. I can't do it. There you go. They went, let's do it again. They went, that's Wicked. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a pretty stacked cast, to be fair. Cynthia Erivo, I hope I've pronounced that right, is playing the Wicked Witch of the West. Script, by the way, looks and sounds fucking dreadful. Like, there's literally one line which is like, "You're green."
Really?
Yeah.
Doi.
Yeah. Ariana Grande is in this.
What did you say about Ariana Grande as well?
I'll say it here and I'll say it with
Wow,
chest.
he's saying it, yeah.
She looks weird.
I think when you were trying to figure out what it is, I think the eyebrows might
It's
be
the eyebrows, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if
it's
she's
the eyebrows.
had like work done around her
But I
eyes.
mean, even looking at the photo of her on here,
Like, looking
looks
at this picture,
normal.
that's how I remember.
And obviously,
Ariana
I don't want to
Grande.
be like, she's not gonna fucking listen to this.
Well, she might be. Yeah, but
She's 30. Why did I think she was more our age?
oh, who knows?
That's my
But
chance.
like
Is
looking,
gone.
like there, that's how I remember like Ariana Grande. But now she just looks like, I don't know. She looks like someone's first attempt at drawing Ariana Grande. If that makes sense.
No,
Like,
I get you.
I don't know.
I get you on that one.
I don't know if it's surgery or what, but there's something
Not there.
amiss. But Jonathan Bailey, he's in this.
I'm a big fan of that. I like that.
He's great. Ethan Slater, who I think is dating Ariana Grande. That's the guy that plays SpongeBob.
Is it? I thought
Yeah,
the guy
yeah.
who plays SpongeBob was an old guy.
No, in the stage play.
There's a SpongeBob stage play?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so
He's dating Ariana Grande.
Yeah, he was already married.
There is hope for us yet.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
Christ, if the guy that plays SpongeBob on
No,
stage...
I've only been saying that. I mean, look at the cunt.
Yeah, true.
He looks like an ugly Tyler Childers.
Yeah, not that we judge, but...
Yeah, but he's
A little
the
bit
photo.
judgy.
He's whatever his production is sponsored by Spam. So
Yeah,
like,
true.
that tells you
That's all you need to know.
Isn't Jeff
Um,
Goldblum in this as well?
And I think he's producing it. And I feel like if he's playing anyone, it should be the Wizard. Right?
Yeah.
He would
He'd
be great
really,
in that role.
He'd be really
He'd be
good as
so
the Wizard. I kind of want to try and do an impression, but I'll butcher it, so I'm not gonna.
No, I'm not going there.
That's wicked.
I'm the Wizard.
Oh, yeah.
You're green. And then
Michelle
Michelle
Yeoh's
Yeoh's in
green.
this as well. Which, if anyone's going to save this, it will be Michelle Yeoh, because
Right.
Michelle Yeoh's great.
She's absolutely brilliant, and for some reason I've just been reminded of something, and I don't want to like. I'm budging in and I'm interrupted, but
go on.
Right. So I don't know if you saw one of the
It's not
Super
another
Bowl.
tirade about American sports.
It's kind of related.
Oh no.
Not to tirade of sports, but there was I don't know if you saw it. There was we were talking about adverts and like this is the wrong time to mention this, but Christopher Walken. You just reminded me when we were talking about Jeff Goldblum, weird actor, another weird actor.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken. Have you heard about the story where he goes like, "And welcome to the stage,
Foo
Fighters."
Yeah, it's like that.
I saw obviously there's a trailer of a day where it's like it was for the Super Bowl where it was loads of different people playing Christopher Walken in that their advert and trying to do the impression.
Yeah.
And I saw a video and it was a TikTok and it was Jeff Goldblum if he was in Star Wars.
Right.
And someone in the comments has put, "You've missed the best one," where it's Jeff Goldblum and he sees the Imperials in closing. He goes, "Watch out, everybody! TIE fighters!"
Yeah. that was worth the interruption.
But it just for some reason it reminded me. I couldn't stop laughing. It was just the TIE fighters.
Worth the interruption.
Yeah, there you
go. I mean, I don't really know much about Wicked.
No, I don't.
So I don't know whether this is like justifiably split into two parts. If it is going to be two parts, I know it's just.
It feels weird to split it into two parts when it's just one stage show.
Oh, it is going to be a two-parter.
Is the two stage shows? Is the Wicked and
So,
the
I
Wicked
think
Goes to Oz or something?
It's just one stage show, but obviously, like with shows, you have the intermission, like pre-intermission, post-intermission. So I'm guessing it's going to be like that. But it just
is this where she gets her like weird Munchkin army?
Yeah, I guess so. The little flying monkeys.
Yeah. Well, I think are they the Munchkins? I thought the Munchkins were the little dwarves. Can you say dwarves?
They both seem like marginalised races put
I think they were, yeah.
So I can't wait for them to make us empathise with the Wicked Witch of the West, and then they'll get probably cancelled for it after the fact.
She melts.
Yeah.
I melt. Sorry.
No, that was sick. That was good.
So hang on. So at any point in this movie, she gets water on her, melts. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
she must stink.
Yeah, well, that's
Christ.
Also, I don't think she looks too wicked. You know, she doesn't look like the traditional wicked witch.
Yeah.
Like the
they've
massive
literally
nose,
just painted the green.
Yeah,
and called it queers.
Yeah, like you need to look ugly. Like you need to look horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm related to someone that the spitting image of the original Wicked Witch. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, it's alright.
Like, yeah.
So, but
should have put her in it.
She's a great woman, though.
The person playing the Wicked Witch, or the person?
No, your
Wicked
Witch.
Yeah, my Wicked Witch. Yeah.
Yeah, strangely attractive in her own way.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah. Now the next trailer we've got is for another John Krasinski joint.
Yes.
Which is If.
If what?
Good question. Yeah, so this is going to be the latest John Krasinski movie about imaginary friends.
Yes.
It looks okay.
So they released like a reel, didn't they? Like a director reel thing, and they mentioned that it's like a live action Pixar movie. And I see that. It's kind of like a Monsters Inc. sort of.
It feels that way.
Yeah, I get that.
But I mean, the trailer that they released was basically just one big meme.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of money to spend on that joke, but it was funny.
Yeah. So if anyone that's seen The Office will get it, the episode where it's not even the like full episode, it's just like one clip within
it's a cold open, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. Where Jim, John Krasinski's character, plays Randall Park, who, if you don't aware who these are, John Krasinski is a white man from Boston.
Yeah.
Randall Park is an American man, but Asian American. So obviously they look very different. And John Krasinski's character pays Randall Park to pretend he's him, to play a prank on Dwight. So like it pretends that he's Jim to freak him out. The whole trailer is based around this joke. So it's Randall Park saying that he's John Krasinski talking about the movie, and then there's like behind the scenes footage and it's him like in the director's chair and shit.
I'm glad they full on went for it though.
Yeah,
like, they didn't just make the little joke. Like there was. They put effort into that. Like, a lot of effort. It wasn't just like him sat in the cupboard.
Like a day's worth of filming.
Yeah.
To like do it and like interact with the crew and stuff and.
And it was
right.
funny.
As far as marketing goes, pretty good.
I mean, I get it because John Krasinski and Steve Carell are in it. But it just seems like such a weird thing to do just for that one little...
I think if you haven't seen The Office...
Yeah, but it's
or even then,
it's
if
a
you
weird marketing point as well, because like surely the people they're trying to get for this are families.
Yeah.
So like the people that would watch The Office aren't going to be the kids, so the kids don't care. And there's maybe some of the adults and will like it, but it's... The
target market, or the target like demographic for this probably wasn't born when The Office finished. Never mind like when The Office was like in its peak.
Yeah.
So a bit of a strange one, but pretty funny, pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it looks alright. The character designs look really good on the monsters, monsters, on the ifs, the imaginary friends.
Yeah, and the cast is stacked.
It is a big cast.
It's insane. We've got Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski's in it apparently, Vince Vaughn, Emily Blunt, who's Mrs. Oppenheimer, Aquafina, Steve Carell, Matt Damon. There we go. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Sam Rockwell.
Oh yes.
You know, it's...
Oh, I love a bit of Sam Rockwell.
Stacked, like ridiculous.
Richard Jenkins as well.
Yeah, he's great. Maya Rudolph, Fiona Shaw. I'm not seen her in years. She's Aunt Petunia in Harry Potter.
She is Aunt Petunia.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a ridiculous cast.
That is a big cast.
And I hope it's good.
I love how, like, the way that this has been listed. Why is Vince Vaughn above Sam Rockwell? What the hell?
Who knows?
But yeah, I might watch it. Probably more for the podcast, I'd say.
Yeah.
It'd be something I'd probably watch it later on. I mean, it's got Ryan Reynolds in it. Like,
it's got
Steve
like
Carell.
A streaming vibe.
Yeah. It does feel like a... Yeah, I like the fact that now you have streamer movies and cinema movies.
It very much feels that way.
It's kind of like your straight-to-TV movies that they used to do.
Yeah.
Now,
like
put on streaming.
A and B movies.
Yeah,
sort
put
of
on
thing.
streaming.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount on this one, but it looks entertaining.
Yeah.
Enough for a certain demographic.
Is Ryan Reynolds real in the movie? I'm going to go with no.
No, he's a voice. That's already confirmed.
Oh, it is confirmed that he's not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most of these are all just voice actors. So.
Ryan Reynolds actually is in it, though. As in, like, he plays a character in it. I was on about, do you reckon he's an if as well?
Oh, I don't think he does he?
Yeah, he's literally... You watch the trailer. He's, like, running around with the woman, with the girl. The young girl.
It clearly left a big impact on me.
It's like the main... It's like one of the main characters, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he was just doing a voice. But I must be wrong. Yeah. Now, the next movie we're going to talk about, I'm much more excited for.
Yeah, this is the one This is the one. Well, not the one. There's another one later on. This is
the second one.
This is one of those silent franchises that just somehow knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Especially with the most recent ones. I'd say in the old ones, there's a lot of it that are goofy, but
it feels wrong to sort of say that's the same franchise now.
Yeah.
It's the same IP, but different franchise. It is, of course. We won't keep you waiting any longer. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This looks really good.
Yeah, so obviously we spoke about it before with the old trailer, but this new one shows a lot more about what the story's going to be. Like, obviously we had it as like a synopsis anyway, but like this actually shows it. It leans more into like what's happening in the world, what they're doing, why people are where, and I think it looks really good. It shows the human characters in it as well.
Yes.
Now, I want to talk about a bit on the human characters. So, it's Freya Allen.
Yes.
Some people will know from The Witcher. Obviously, we see her in human clothes, whereas the rest of the humans are all dressed very primitively, like the cavemen sort of clothes and rags. Yeah, and she's wearing what looks to be cargo trousers and a vest.
Yeah.
Now, that implies time travel, which implies the astronauts.
Wow, you just used the word implied twice. You're clever.
Yeah, I'm very clever.
Yeah.
Now, so the only thing I have about that is, can they swing that she's an astronaut because how young she is? Because she's I think she's like 23.
Yeah.
So it's like
she looks younger.
Yeah.
In the trailer.
Yeah. So it's like, can they swing her as being one of the astronauts? They've shown that so if you're not aware, in the original Planet of the Apes movie, and also in the I was gonna say Tim Burton. It's not Tim Burton, is it? Oh my God, Mark Wahlberg one. They both show
Mark Wahlberg.
They both show the same thing, where there's astronauts in space, And in the original one, they're going to Mars. They end up getting caught in it's like a time loop or a wormhole or whatever, and it spits them out in the future. And they come back to Earth, and obviously, we've damned them all to hell. Yeah. And then in the Marky Mark one, he goes out in a spacecraft with his monkey, his ape, and they hits like another timey-wimey, spacey-wacy little thing, and that sends him to another dimensional parallel universe, whatever. In that one, because he had the monkey with him, somehow the monkeys now rule the world. Is this going to be the similar thing? They've shown that the rocket did go off in the original, the first, was it just called Planet of the Apes? The first one.
I'm completely lost, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
I'll let you cook.
So in the first new one, they showed that the spaceship had gone to Mars.
Sure.
But then they also said I think it was in the second one, or it was like the last scene. I think it was there was a bit where they throw the newspaper as the apes are all escaping the zoo, and on the newspaper it said, "Space astronauts lost in space."
Yeah.
So people are coming to the theory that Freya Allen's character is going to be one of those astronauts, and that's why she's smarter. That's why they're after her in the trailer, because she's one of the astronauts. And we also see a lot of space-related stuff in the trailer. They show an observatory. They show pictures of astronauts.
Telescope.
Yeah, big astronaut as well on like a little wall. And there's also like little, when you're in like a cot, you have little things that hang above it. What are they called?
Oh, like a dial.
Yeah, and the other were like Saturn. And stuff like that one. A mobile. That's it. It might be something different in other countries. I think it is a mobile, and it has like Saturn and different planets. And So they're hinting very much that it's something to do with space.
Yeah.
So, and it would make sense that they're trying to get them. And they also mentioned about people flying, which I found quite funny, because in the original Planet of the Apes, he's in prison and he makes the paper airplane, and they all go like, "How did you do that?" He's like, "We used to fly in planes," and they're like, "Oh," like going mental like that.
Come again.
So I found it quite funny. That was it. Actually said, "Wow, that's very cool," but in monkey. In ape.
Okay. I thought you just.
I'm not bilingual. I can't speak monkey too.
No, that's not a problem. I think this looks really good.
Sorry, I wanted a massive, weird
a tirade.
Theory. Yeah.
Say it was like the Charlie Day meme from Always
I'm telling you, she's got to be.
Yeah,
I'm moving my hands around.
You got the red twine out.
Yeah,
a lot there. But no, this looks fantastic.
It's really cool.
Like the CGI looks incredible. The motion capture, I should say.
Yeah.
Like the emotion that they can convey now on these. And like,
it's really cool.
You compare it to like the Lion King remake, and it's like, how did you do such a fucking bad job of that?
I never watched it.
It's fucking terrible. It's so bad. I mean, I am a bit biased because I love the original Lion King, but
but who doesn't?
Yeah, that's.
He had Elton John sing a song for it, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote all of them.
No, he wrote all of them.
Him and Tim Rice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So no, I'm really excited for this one. This is probably my second most excited out of all of these.
I feel like I'm kind of more excited for this than I am the last one we're going to talk about.
Well, the last one for me, it's not even a case of like excitement. It's a bit of a few different emotions mixed in there.
I think it's also because on the last one, we've had a lot of it before. Stuff like this. I know we've had a lot of Planet of the Apes before, but it's its own universe. It's, You know, it's.
There's no stakes on this.
Yeah.
Like this is just going to be like a good time.
It's going to be a movie that you're going to be able to enjoy and stuff like that. It's not. You're not going to be like, oh, well, if this doesn't do well, like.
Yeah, there's not like
And the implications.
$1 billion business riding on this.
Yeah,
being a success.
And like also like just the things we enjoy in the movie, but like, they can take a few creative choices that aren't going to massively impact pop culture.
Yeah. Or even just piss loads of people off.
Yeah.
So now I'm really excited for this one. And I mean, it looks great visually. You know, it looks like it's been shot really well. The cast is great. A few more sort of lesser knowns in the cast compared to some of the others. But obviously, a lot of it's sort of voice acting. But some big stars all the same. Owen Teague's in there. Sarah Wiseman's there. Peter. I think it's either Peter Macon or Peter Macon, but he's in Always Sunny. William H. Macy, who's in
Wild Hogs,
and American Shameless.
Yeah.
So no, I think this is great, and I'm now excited to see it.
Shame US.
Shameless?
Yeah, kinda.
Fuck knows.
I don't care.
Now, the next one, which, honestly, I'm not too excited for.
I don't know who asked for it.
Yeah, it's Twisters. And
the Lollipop Origins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the cast is great in this one, like Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts guy.
Guy that sang in Hamilton.
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as you. I'm looking at this and just.
It just seems like a cash grab, or are they going to lose the IP, or what?
As a cash grab, if you were making a cash grab out of all the IP out there, what do you think? Twisters. That's what the people want.
I swear it's been remade and remade as well. I can remember watching the one. I think it was like is it a late 90s, early 2000s movie? But oh no, I think I'm just getting it mixed up with The Day After Tomorrow, the other weather fucking apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I'm really excited for the Extreme Weather Cinematic Universe. I'm hoping it's going to be like the Dark Universe, where it just sort of.
I can't wait for Hailstorms.
Yeah, that's Hailstorm will be good.
Yeah, they might tease it in this, to be fair. Thunder might get teased as well.
Thunder, I think, will probably be more like the Nick Fury. Like he'll come out in the leather coat and the eye patch.
There was once an idea
to assemble.
To bring it together, a group of weather systems.
Yeah. To water the plants that we couldn't. And
to fight the hurricanes we couldn't.
Yeah. Well, then what? But maybe the weather is the villain of the Extreme Weather Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, but can weather be evil?
The Twisters look pretty evil.
Well, maybe the humans are the evil ones, polluting the environment. Maybe they're the ones.
Maybe
the Twisters are there to kick some ass. I mean, at the end we even get twin Twisters, and then they merge into one big Twister.
Big Twister.
Oh no, not the big Twister.
Yeah.
To be fair, though,
like a Megazord.
I do. Go Twisters, go! Yeah. To be fair, as a kid, I remember watching Twisters and what's the Day After Tomorrow, and I remember thinking that I had to watch out for F5 tornadoes.
Oh yeah,
that quicksand and stingrays.
Lava.
Lava.
It's like, where the fuck is the lava at? How I need to be prepared for that.
I was always scared of those. I was like, shit. It's getting a bit windy. Oh, it might be an F5 tornado in a minute, boys.
Yeah.
Right, am I just dreaming?
Middle ground England.
Wasn't there a show on CBBC where it was like two brothers, and there was like always every episode it was them trying to deal with like a deadly scenario, and like one week it would be quicksand, then the next week it would be like a tornado, then it would be killer bees.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Right, you keep talking about the trailer, and I'm going to get this up.
About two brothers, I was just waiting for you to say they're like the koalas.
No, not the koala one. No, not that one. That was sick.
Shit. But yeah, the cast, I say, in this is stacked. I don't know how they've actually put this cast together. But Glenn Powell, Daisy Edgar-Jones, she's fantastic. Anthony Ramos is the guy from Transformers and Hamilton. Kiernan Shipka, I think I pronounced that right. She's in Young Sheldon.
Okay.
She plays Young Sheldon's smart female friend.
Okay, not Young Sheldon's, the female Sheldon.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, female Sheldon.
Katie M. O'Brien, she's in quite a lot of stuff. The new Superman in this as well. It'd be interesting to see.
Oh, no! I know what's going to happen. He's going to get to an underpass.
Yeah.
his dog's going to be trapped.
Kevin Costner will be there. Oh, no.
Oh, no, you know, since you can move faster than a speeding bullet...
I'll deal with this.
Yeah.
I'll get the dog out of the car.
Yeah, it would be... Would it be weird? Like,
you could have just lifted the car.
So if he gets the dog, Kevin Costner gets the dog, and he gets back, would people be looking at Kevin Costner and be going, I reckon there's something a little super about him.
Yeah.
Like, no, they would have gone, fucking hell, he's lucky to have survived that, isn't
He's good, isn't he?
Whereas, they could have just done... Superman could have just done that, and they would have been like, fucking, you were lucky there, mate.
There's a lot of issues with that movie we don't have to get into.
Also, could he not have
it's completely
blown the tornado away
to this? We're not going to go with. Let's move on.
Yeah,
we don't need to discuss the inaccuracies of Man of Steel while talking about the Twisters trailer. That's just a rabbit hole waiting to happen.
I like the bit when the song "Let's Twist" by the Beatles came on. And is that by the Beatles? I don't know. And they're all just there like, "Let's twist again," and it was the
You're
tornadoes.
thinking of Twist and Shout.
That's
like
it.
The Beatles.
Yeah. There was that one as well. I like that one. Yeah.
I just like the bit where
Twisters and Shout,
where the two little twisters looked at each other and said, "It's twisting time," and then became the big twister.
I like that bit too.
Yeah, that was my favourite part of the trailer. No, I mean, it looks okay. It looks like, again, it's shot pretty good, but yeah, I don't know who's asked for this and who's greenlit this. It seems a bit of a strange choice, and also like disaster movies are on like a famously bad streak.
Yeah, some of them are good, some of them are bad.
Like
San Francisco, The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, shocking.
Moonfall.
Didn't actually watch that, but isn't the moon?
It's bad.
Isn't the moon evil?
Yeah, pretty much. There's a guy at the end who becomes like an AI integrated with the moon. It's the guy that plays Sam in Game of Thrones.
Oh, I know he's in it. Yeah,
his character becomes a moon AI.
I just don't get it.
It's strange. Like, it's just a strange time for the entire genre. To be honest, I don't get it.
Right. On that though, one of the best natural disasters things I've ever seen, and it is the show I was on about. It is real. It is Sam and Mark's going to dodging disaster, and there's an episode with quicksand.
Hang on, did you think that Sam and Mark were brothers?
The
not? Pinnacles of UK television growing up, Sam and Mark.
That's satire, because Dick and Dom are the pinnacle two people growing up.
Dick and Dom. Dick and Dom were good, right? But Dick and Dom were like the shock factor. You know, they were like the shock jockeys of the day.
Well, what were Ant and Dec then?
Well, Ant and Dec were the more mature audience, but Sam and Mark...
They had a kids show, so they got big, wasn't it?
Well, they were actors in a show.
What's it called?
Biker Grove.
That's it, yeah, Biker Grove.
Yeah.
Did they not also have a game show for kids as well?
I think you're thinking of Sam and Mark.
Is that actually a big thing? Was Sam and Mark a...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they still are.
Musical duo? What the fuck? Really?
Yeah,
what is this?
Sam and Mark were like the kids are Ant and Dec.
I don't remember them other than that show.
Yeah.
What? Sam and Mark Dodging Disasters is all I remember.
Sam and Mark, they were on it. Shout out Sam and Mark.
You said about how important they were, yet you couldn't remember them dodging disasters. I'm going to show you some photos now. Like
Yeah, I can't remember that show.
How many episodes were there? So it only ran for like a month.
Of course.
It's what it did. But yeah, there was...
They had loads of shows there.
I don't remember what else they did, but it was... Yeah, so it ran from the 2nd of October 2008 to the 25th of December 2008. Yeah, so they're dodging around 4 or 5 disasters or situations. There was angry baboons, volcanic eruptions, a transporting sofa. Oh,
of all the things I've been worried about in terms of disasters, a group of angry baboons is not one of them.
I'm going to say, the baboons was
I am
on my
now.
list.
I'm petrified of it now. I'm not going to sleep for a week.
To be fair, I know that they'll rip you to shreds.
Oh, yeah.
But like, quicksand was up there.
Yeah.
Killer bees, I generally thought they would kill me.
Well, it's in the name.
But it's just one bee.
Always...
Only you have to have loads of bees. No, it's not the one bee that can kill you.
Yeah,
one bee
like
doesn't do plenty.
Yeah. I was always really worried about lava.
Oh yeah, mate. To be fair, lava looked pretty cool in the most recent eruptions. That I hope haven't disrupted any of you, but you know.
Yeah, lava and quicksand were the two big ones I was worried about growing
quicksand
up.
Quicksand is not even. I mean, it is a thing, but it's just, and piranhas.
Piranhas didn't worry me too much.
I thought I was going to go in the water. And it was going to be. I thought that like, you even went in the water near piranhas.
Yeah.
They'd just gobble you up. Which is not true.
Sounds
not
like
true.
a good time. Moving on.
Well, yeah. So the big one.
Yes, the one we've all been waiting for.
Hell yeah.
Deadpool 3. Official title. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Now, did you see the thing about the titles? They copyrighted 3 titles 2 days before.
Yeah,
was it Deadpool and Friends?
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Just Deadpool 3.
Yeah. So I kind of wanted Deadpool and Friends.
Yeah.
It feels like that fits the way that Deadpool is more.
Yeah.
But this one gets the point across, and it's going to get people in. When they see Wolverine, they're like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Isn't it? Hugh Jackman's already had fun with it. Did you see that? He tweeted like an edited version of the poster that said like Wolverine and like asshole or something.
Nice.
It's like funny.
I did see that Blake Lively, wasn't she at the Super Bowl? And
Yes,
I seen that she was wearing the bracelet that they show on the poster, where it's the two little love hearts.
Yeah. Well, there's a shot in the trailer of like you see someone like they look like Deadpool's gloves, but they're not, and they've got Uzis, and apparently like Lady Deadpool in the comics, she has those gloves and uses Uzis. So people think that Blake Lively's going to be Lady Deadpool.
Yeah.
Which would make sense. Like,
yeah, why not? I'd like that. That'd be quite cool. It'd be nice.
They could have some fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be good. But yeah, the trailer.
Looks really good.
We see Deadpool. He's settled down with his family and his friends. It's his birthday.
That he's saved using time travel.
Yes.
That's an important
then
thing.
All of a sudden, the TVA show up.
TVA.
And they take him. They basically just do what they do with Loki and show him the MCU on a couple of TV screens.
They go, right, we need you to quickly get caught up. We're going to do this with we've got all the X-Men to visit, so you're first, mate. Quick.
Dude, get on with it. Speaking of X-Men, we do see Pyro from the original X-Men movies makes a return. Same actor, which is cool.
Same person. And
part of me thinks if they've shown Pyro in the trailer, then there's much bigger ones coming. Yeah.
So I've seen some people say we might get an evil Professor X.
That could be cool.
But it might not. It might be a female evil Professor X, which apparently has been in the comics. Which I'm like, yeah, come on.
Oh, he's got a sister.
That's it, his sister.
Yeah,
his sister. Then, and for someone that like introduction to X-Men was movies, I always thought that his sister was dead, or something like that.
I'm not sure.
Is she not dead in the Last Stand?
There's a deleted scene, I think, in the Last Stand, where it turns out that Charles Xavier has an identical twin brother who's been brain dead.
Oh.
Because that obviously Jean Grey blows him up.
Yeah.
And then.
Is that the brother?
That's how he comes back.
Oh,
in
wow.
the others.
Okay, I just thought
he has an identical twin brother that's been in a coma since the start of X-Men 1.
He's just be sat there like, waiting for his moment.
He's in a coma, he can't even do that. And then Charles Xavier, before Jean Grey blows him up, transfers his consciousness into his body, which is also a bit out of line if you ask me.
Yes.
If I were in a coma and someone put a consciousness in my body, I'd be fucking fuming.
Also, do you reckon that he's just been keeping him alive, just in case? Like, well,
yeah. Well, Jean Grey blows me up.
Yeah,
shit, must have something ready.
Jeez.
Yeah. Now, of course, the big aspect of this trailer, Wolverine. So we don't actually get a good look of Hugh Jackman. We don't see his face.
But we do see some Wolverine.
We get a couple of back shots of Wolverine, which I know you're excited for.
I'd love some back shots from Wolverine.
I know. I've seen your search history. I know exactly what you like. So one of them is him
Daddy.
in a. One of them is like Wolverine sat at a casino table in a white suit.
It's got to be Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, well, that looks like he could be a character called Patch from the comics, which is Wolverine in his like Joe Fixit era.
Yeah,
it's like him and Hulk go to Las Vegas to solve issues, and Wolverine
wears
a
white suit. Yeah,
a white suit and
also,
an eye patch.
We do see Hulk's bed
from Ragnarok.
From Ragnarok. So
I hope we get. I'd like to see like a Maestro Hulk in this.
Okay.
Like the sort of the evil, like rule the world.
Well,
Hulk.
I'd like to. At some point, I'd really like to see Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yeah,
I'd like to see.
Cool.
It'd be really cool. I remember watching. I can't remember which cartoon it was when I was a kid.
Yeah, they did like the movie, didn't they?
Yeah,
like the animated
so
movie.
Cool. So I'd like to see that on the big screen. It'd be really cool.
Yeah. It'd also just be cool to see like Hulk actually doing something cool for a change.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see Eric Banner's Hulk, but they have to keep the CGI the same as it was from Eric Banner's Hulk.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Yeah,
which I feel like they would do. It'd be super meta.
Funny.
Like, look at the budget on this guy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm a funny guy.
They could probably even mention the studio, I guess.
Yeah, or even like. If Hulk is in it, there's definitely going to be like an Ed Norton, Mark Ruffalo switching joke.
Is he going to be in it though like I don't know what the contract. That's the only downside with Marvel normally as well. Is you can normally tell who's going to be a cameo in what because you know how many movies they've got left.
Yeah.
So you can be like, well, he's not going to be in it because they've got any fucking movies left. And, and they don't really keep the secrets.
They're not going to waste it on this one.
So, but this is going to be obviously. I don't know if they'd put the Hulk in it because because they know that they're going to get the people in for the Deadpool and the Wolverine. Do they need to use the Hulk as well?
Yeah.
I hope this movie is going to be a good movie that stands the test of time. Yeah. Whereas, like,
a lot of the multiverse stuff isn't.
Yeah, like, I loved No Way Home. It was incredible. When I watched it,
it gets worse with every viewing.
I feel like I haven't rewatched it because I'm just like I know that it was the reason it was so good was because it was like
the hype.
Oh my god, they're going to show Wolverine Spider-Man. Wow, it's going to be brilliant. And yeah, it's great to see them. And I'm sure if I watched it again, I'd be like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
but the story isn't.
Yeah, it's not that great.
It's nothing great. I mean, Green Goblin, the way that's always be good. But I'm hoping that this will be something good in itself.
Yeah, like a standalone.
Yeah,
standalone good. Not reliant on.
Not reliant on just cameos.
Yeah, no, I hope so too.
I mean, the story. It looks like it is going to be TVA going, look, we need you to solve this and solve this. But then it also looks like it then goes off the rails and goes a bit haywire because it's...
I feel like it's going to be a bit like a bit of a spin on Deadpool kills
the
Marvel Universe.
Marvel Universe,
I think it'll probably be like Marvel kills... Deadpool kills the Fox...
The Fox Universe.
Yeah.
But you also see him in Sokovia.
Yeah,
fighting people from the TVA, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to be one of those things where he starts working for the TVA and then probably meets someone in the MCU, and he's just like, "Oh my god, they're evil."
Yeah,
and then like he turns on them, and then starts doing his own thing.
Yeah. We're guaranteed some sort of shenanigans.
Yeah,
there'll be a lot of like very meta poking fun and. Winks to camera and fourth wall breaks. We do get a fourth wall break in this. Right at the start of the trailer.
Or was it with one? Yeah, it looks at the camera to Disney, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're keeping the Deadpool vibe.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they've not.
Is there any part of you that thinks this could be bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big chunk, if I'm being honest.
I had the feeling as soon as I watched the trailer, it was the bit. Do you know when you see a bit of his like gung fu sort of stuff?
Yeah.
And I was just like that little clip. It's only like a 2-second like snippet, but I think the story will probably be good. Like we've spoken before about like is Ryan Reynolds' shtick running out a little bit.
Obviously, I'm about to run that same thing. Was like, have we had too many people try and do a Deadpool now?
Yeah.
So then when it comes around to the person who actually started doing it,
yeah,
is that gag gone? Has it been ruined? And that is the only thing I'm kind of worried about. I'm also, to be fair, that we were kids when we first watched Deadpool.
Yeah, it's 10 years since the first one.
So it's kind of like, did I find it funny because I was a kid at the time and my humor was a bit like he makes a poo joke?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be that sort of thing where? I mean, I'm sure it'd still be funny in parts, but it's like
you'd hope so.
I just don't want it to be like Free Guy sort of humour.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah,
I was thinking, oh, this is great until my brain.
But we had Free Guy where it was just you were playing Deadpool, but he wasn't Deadpool.
Yeah,
so it's
the same director.
Yeah.
Like it's this Ryan Reynolds wrote that or like wrote his script for it.
And he wrote the script for this.
Then obviously you've got all the issues with like the writers' strike and. So
he's actually spoken a bit about like the film of it as well. So it was filmed in Britain.
Yeah.
And they were saying that obviously it was meant to be done in the summer. He said he did a lot of rewrites in the summer, and then they've been trying to film it, and they're only getting a couple of hours of daylight. And they were trying to film it in proper places. So it looks like a lot of it might be sound stages now as well, as opposed to what it was meant to be. So it looks like it.
Yeah, a broom covered movie.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Well, it looks like obviously there's a lot of places that we know that are practical, where it's just quarries.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is going to do a big job at setting up the next big movie, as in the next. Because we see a little thing where it says Secret Wars.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's going to be the only thing that hints at Secret Wars.
No.
I feel like there might actually be the hint at Secret. Where they will go, look,
It's
this is Secret War. This is where it's going to be. This is why it happens.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be doing that.
Also, next to the Secret Wars comic on the floor, you see a bottle of the green drink that killed Stanley in the Hulk movie.
Nice.
So, Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's looking like Hulk, and I hope Hulk is in it. As long as it's a good story.
I'm kind of with you though. I don't want it to be Mark Ruffalo Hulk. I don't want it. I
Eric
don't
Bana
want it.
Hulk,
Yeah.
right?
Or just like the original Incredible Hulk from the MCU.
Yeah.
Well, Paramount, I think it was at that point.
Yeah.
I'd have that. I like him back. But also, that Hulk was incredible. Like,
I think his design is better than
than Mark Ruffalo's. Yeah.
Like first Avengers Hulk, I don't mind.
Well, they've made it. They made it so
then.
it had a bit of him in it.
Yeah.
Is it Edward Norton? The original? Yeah. So I like the Edward Norton one. And I feel like the design of the Edward Norton, it makes them two different characters, whereas the MCU one,
it's
just the same person.
Even then,
pretty much
same
person.
Screw Mark Ruffalo, screw Edward Norton, screw Eric Bana. I'm taking it back.
Oh, Luther Rigno.
I will Luther
Rigno. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Paint him green.
Oh yes, and then we can finally have our dream where we'll have Luther Rigno playing the Hulk, Sam Stewart playing the Thing, and then get Arnold Schwarzenegger to play another big, and we can just keep Mike Mentor can play another big character. We can just have all the big characters, and it can just be muscle men painted.
Ronnie Coleman could do something. I'm thinking maybe he could voice the robot in Fantastic Four, Herbie the robot. So, just like Herbie,
Juggernaut.
Yeah, true.
Have him as Juggernaut.
Yeah,
it's just like picks up. Alright, mate. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. I'm Juggernaut, bitch. Yeah.
Oh no, not that line. That line gives me nightmares. But yeah, I mean, you touched on it briefly, but
I'll talk about cameos actually.
Rumours on
the Deadpool Juggernaut to be the OG Juggernaut.
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, Vinnie Jones and the Deadpool that's massive.
Yeah,
and then I just want little Vinnie Jones in his rubber suit. And he's like, oh, the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah, it's a very niche thing to ask for.
I love it.
But speaking of cameos, we see a Patch, the character Patch. People think that could be Daniel Radcliffe.
I love that. Really cool.
The thing is, I like him as Wolverine, but then it's like the John Krasinski thing in Multiverse of Madness.
The fan cast.
Yeah, it's like don't waste like really good fan casts on shit cameos, and then
I just don't want it to be Taron Egerton, if I'm being honest, for the MCU.
No, I think he's too like clean cut.
Some people have gone Tom Hardy, but would he do it? He's doing Venom.
Yeah, and too big. I want a 5'3" Wolverine.
Yeah,
like in the comics. I don't want like a 6'2".
Yeah, I'll play.
Yeah, he'd be great. But like Daniel Radcliffe is tiny.
Although in Hollywood, I'm like a 6'4". If I've been in Hollywood.
Well, not Hollywood, but like on Tom Cruise classification, you're you're 7'5".
Yeah. I'm a fucking basketball player.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is what I am.
Yeah, don't you buy your shoe lifts in the same place?
No, as Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for this, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Yeah, I think.
I really hope they get the. I kind of want it to. This is the movie that should be buddy cop.
Yeah.
This should be a buddy cop movie where it's them two going around and they've got to solve the scenario, whatever it is. It might be.
Who knows?
Yeah, but
we'll find out
that them two are finally on screen together.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah. I'm not excited for the press run. As much as I love those two together, I'm going to get very sick of it very quickly, I think.
I don't think I'd get sick of Hugh Jackman. I think I don't know what it is. I used to love Ryan Reynolds, and I feel like I still do like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the fact that since he did Deadpool,
it's the sarcasm.
He's just done the same thing.
It's the sarcasm that gets me.
Yeah.
And like, sarcasm's great, but it's the lowest form of wit.
I also think there's only one nation on this planet that does sarcasm right.
Yeah.
And it's not the Americans.
Well, he's Canadian.
He's fucking same. Well, that makes it even worse. You might think he's French.
Yeah.
It's the British. The British do sarcasm properly.
Yeah.
And right.
And it's just like.
And so it's just. I always find it a bit weird seeing them.
I just think just make a joke.
Yeah.
You know, rather than just being sarcastic all the time. Like, it's great in some like cases, but then when it's like all you do, And like I find like if ever I see like a clip of him on like a talk show, after like 2 minutes, I just find him a bit exhausting.
Yeah, I don't know what it is because I feel like everyone used to. We were all in the same boat. We were all like, oh my god, Ryan Reynolds is in something. I've got to watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I genuinely got to the point where I'm kind of like.
But like you look at like Gosling, he's like
the anti-Reynolds, I think.
But he's picking different roles.
Yeah, he's not playing the same person.
Like,
yeah.
He's like, he's been accepted into like the culture the same way Ryan Reynolds was. Like basically, he's just like a big meme.
Yeah.
But he's now like, well, no, I can still fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a better actor, isn't he?
Yeah, like I'll play Ken, and then I'll go and play a fucking serial killer.
Yeah.
Or or a stuntman, or a Blade Runner.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I generally think he's kind of got. Some people might hate this, but I think he's got the same sort of humour that Ryan Reynolds does when he does a comedy role.
Yeah.
But he
can
better.
actually,
he does it better.
He does
it better.
Yeah.
Like when you watch that the Fall Guy and in Ken, when he plays Ken, it kind of feels like the sort of like what Ryan Reynolds sort of the jokes that he would do.
Yeah.
But because he doesn't do it in the Ryan Reynolds way,
I think
it's
Ryan Gosling could play everything that Ryan Reynolds plays.
Yeah, but
Ryan Reynolds couldn't do everything that Gosling plays. No, because
he just plays Ryan Reynolds.
He couldn't be Ken. Like Ryan Reynolds wouldn't have been a good Ken.
No.
I
mean, I would have liked to have seen him maybe be like a different Ken. So he's there, but he's just
but even then it would have been a pop-up,
he'd make
one sarcastic line,
yeah,
and then gone again.
Oh, you're making me really not want to watch Deadpool.
Yeah, and I feel bad because like, fair, as much as I'm slamming him, like I do like Ryan Reynolds.
I really enjoyed the Deadpool movies.
He's going the same way as The Rock.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, he's going The Rock. Yeah,
he can't play characters; he's just himself.
Can you remember fondly the first Deadpool movie?
Yeah,
because like one thing I think it's the villain. Whoever plays what's his name? The British guy that plays the villain. I fucking just don't like him for some reason. For some reason, I think he's just really insufferable to see on screen. Yeah, and I think it's because he's a shit actor as well. Whenever he does an American accent, it's just cringe. Yeah, Ed Skrein. I don't like him. I don't know what it is. I just think he's just really shit.
He's a rapper as well, apparently.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah. What else has he been in?
Oh, he was in. Oh, he's just fucking insufferable.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Yeah, it was.
Oh, he was the replaced. No, he was the one that got replaced.
He was the one that got replaced.
Yeah,
in Game
thank
of Thrones.
fuck he did. Yeah, fucking Gim.
Rebel Moon.
Oh yeah, he plays the guy with the hat. I've never watched it.
I've still not got any further into Rebel Moon.
See, look at that. None of them are very good.
No.
Like,
is the definition of a B movie actor.
Yeah.
Like looking at his list here,
and it just. Well, I generally think like there was bits that were really good about the first Deadpool movie. I think the second one, probably would hold up better. In if I watched them again, I'd probably say the second one was better. But I mean, it was good at the time because it was the way it was done and the leak and the fact that they've been waiting for it for ages.
Yeah.
But to be fair though, as much as I don't want to be, we've been very critical of Ryan Reynolds, but that he is the epitome of Deadpool, the character in the comic books.
Yeah.
So as much as be like, I hate it, like his sarcasm gets a bit too much and all that. But that is
Deadpool.
That is Deadpool.
Yeah, like Deadpool's the same as a character.
So I mean, he can play, but to be fair, they also say in the comics that he is Ryan Reynolds. Well, he's basically Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the trailers.
That is it for the trailers.
We've covered the Super Bowl. A bit of a shaping up to be a bit of a.
Should we mention who won the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs won. Yeah.
Taylor Swift won.
The SpongeBob won, if I'm being honest. SpongeBob won because that's fucking sick. I've just been watching the clips of it. It's incredible. I want more sports to do that.
Yeah, but well done, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Well done, Taylor Swift.
Have you seen the last time that the Chiefs won?
Last year.
I think they won last year, but the 2020 when they won in 2020.
Okay.
When it was the Chiefs versus the 49ers. Donald Trump and Joe Biden were set for an election year. And there was something else that happened that was the same thing, and then it's like, what's going to happen in March, baby?
Same.
Yeah, pandemic.
Yeah. Well, I congratulated Taylor Swift, but I'm actually going to take it back. Have you seen the thing about her private jet emissions?
She's been left with just one private jet.
Yeah. She's like one of the single biggest polluters on the planet.
Yeah.
Like just her.
I don't want to be one of those guys that just hates on Taylor Swift, but I think the fact that she claims to be an activist and stuff like that and global warming and shit like that, but then owns a private jet.
Like before the Super Bowl, she flew back from like Tokyo.
Yeah,
or something.
I saw I think it was Lad Bible Puberty on Instagram put like a thing on like, oh, who are people's favourite celebrities and why? And it's got to have been a joke because one of them was Taylor Swift because she's one of the most down to earth celebrities. That's got to be satire because it's the opposite way around. Everyone knows it. She's an extremely successful celebrity. Extremely successful artist.
Megastar.
Like, she owns private jets. How is she down to earth? Like, no. I mean, you can be down to earth and have a private jet. No, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't.
No, not a chance.
I think the word celebrity, like superstar, and down to earth, just don't. They can't coexist.
No, not a chance.
Because you do live in a separate world. You do.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but you do live in a separate world.
Yeah.
Like,
anyway, enough of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think enough people saw it at the Super Bowl.
So. Yeah. What have you been watching?
I've actually watched a lot.
I've got a big old list.
I mean, I started watching The Bear. I didn't finish season 1. I was enjoying it. I recently started working in a kitchen environment. So like
that's what we'll call it.
I actually stopped watching it. It's a kitchen, but I actually stopped watching it at that point. And I don't know why. And I don't know if it was just because I was in a kitchen and no one was saying yes chef and hands and stuff like that. Yeah, no one was saying this, and I was like, I've heard like 2 people shout what their orders were, and I'm like, damn it, I need to be shouting more of these.
2 more to do, 1 sausage.
Yes, chef. 2 more to do, 1 sausage, chef. But yeah, the things that I've really been enjoying. I watched the most recent season of Brassic.
Nice.
For anyone that's not watched it or anyone that's not British, basically,
so
it's Council Estate England is what it is. It's normal people's lives, but it's not normal people. It's a group of friends that are just like it's kind of. I'd say it's Shameless and Always Sunny in Philadelphia mixed and created a show because it's the normal people, working class people. I mean, you actually see houses that look like my house. You see like normal houses in it.
It's set pretty local to where we are.
And then there's this group of friends that just they sell drugs and they go on little mad adventures with it. They basically do a heist each episode. And it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
It's really good. Highly recommend it. There's like 5 seasons. I think it's on Now TV.
Or Sky.
Or wherever you want to watch it on the internet.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. I'd give it a watch if you haven't seen it. It's definitely worth it. It's very funny. Another thing I've also watched is I recently went to watch American Fiction. I actually went to an advanced screening of that. I think it's out now. I believe it is out now.
Yeah.
In the UK, it came out in America in like December. Really good. I actually went to a secret screening and I was kind of hoping for Iron Claw.
Yeah.
Which I have now seen. I kind of went in kind of blind. I didn't really know much about the Von Erich family. Let's just say, by the end of it, I messaged my brother.
Yeah.
This is what it was like. Yeah, I was
very,
just like.
bleak,
but yeah, if I don't want to do any spoilers, but if you're a fan of wrestling, you'll enjoy it. Or even if you just like emotional movies, you'll really enjoy it. But I'd say if you're a brother or you're in a competitive family or anything like that, I feel like this movie will hit home a lot more. You'll enjoy it more. We might talk about it at some point properly.
Yeah, I'm seeing it on Friday.
It's so good. There has been some other stuff I've been watching. I've been watching Masters of the Air. Hasn't disappointed yet. Every episode's been incredible. It shows like it's not as good as Pacific and Band of Brothers, but I don't know if that's just because it's not the action's different.
Yeah,
I think it is more to do with the action's different. It's more of a character-driven story where it's how they deal with the consequences of what happens, and it might change. There's some really cool little side plots and side quests that people go on in it, and I'm really enjoying it.
I do want to watch that. And
I've just started True Detective. I'm on the 3rd episode of the first season with Matthew,
on my list
with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. It's really good. It's really weird. They kind of hint that something else is going to happen later on in the season. And you're kind of like, oh, what's happening? You know, it's one of those sort of crime things where you're like, oh, this is here and this is there. But one thing that I went to the cinema recently. I went and watched Interstellar in IMAX. because they re-released it for its 10-year anniversary.
Yeah. God, that makes me feel old.
Yeah, it's 10 years old.
That's awful.
Incredible in IMAX. I've seen it at home. The first time I watched it was at home. It was on Blu-ray. Back when Blu-ray was the next thing. Yeah, it was just another disc. But it was.
Rest in peace, physical media.
Yeah. But oh my god, he's incredible. But yeah, that's. I think that's everything. I mean, we've got quite a lot of time to catch up on what we've been watching. But I also finished Always Sunny. I don't know if I mentioned that the last time we watched. I don't think I did.
So good, right?
But I finished Always Sunny. Yeah, love it. I'm sad that I don't have a casual watch at the moment.
Modern Family.
So I need a casual watch. It might be Modern Family.
Modern Family's brilliant. Yeah, so I mean, I was Parks and Rec's good as well.
Might do that.
Modern Family's better quicker.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then Parks and Rec is better than Modern Family. It just takes longer to get there.
My casual watching, normally have it on and then I'll play and falling asleep like halfway into it.
Oh yeah, that's both perfect for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean I was away for 3 weeks.
You were.
So my watching's been a bit limited. Most of it took place on aeroplanes.
Nice.
To be honest with you.
Did you watch Planes?
I didn't watch Planes. No. But let me think. What did I watch? I saw Dune on the plane. I watched all 3 of Christopher Nolan's Batman movies.
Oh, I love it.
They hold up so well.
I love them.
Especially Batman Begins.
I used to sleep on Batman Begins, and I rewatched it last year.
Yeah.
It's so good, isn't it?
I mean, The Dark Knight's the best one. The issue for me with The Dark Knight.
Alone.
Yeah. The issue for me with The Dark Knight is just the suit. I just don't like the suit too much.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, I just don't like it. Although, to be fair, with all of Nolan's Batman movies, and I don't think any of them have a particularly brilliant suit. And
I agree
cape.
on that. I don't think, and I think it's the logo as well.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the new Batman it's a very cool suit. They're very cool suits.
Yeah.
And but they're not. They're not Batman.
Yeah.
They are, but they're not like.
I mean, Batfleck's the best.
Oh yeah.
Suit, it's not even close either.
Yeah, that's really.
But Nolan's it's the cape looks cheap, and I know it's this electro fiber material or whatever, but it looks shit. On screen, the cape looks wank.
The thing that I think the best, why that one is the best one, is it actually feels like Batman's in Gotham.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one's just it's just Batman in New York.
Yeah, it's Batman wherever.
It's Batman in New York.
Although I do think the Batman does a good job of...
Batman?
Yeah.
I genuinely think is the best Batman movie we have had.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Was it R-rated? It was, wasn't it? Or 15? It was,
I think so, yeah.
Mad choice for
a
Batman thing. But I guess they could take the risk because they had Batfleck at the time.
Yeah. I also watched Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2 on the plane.
I prefer the first Deathly Hallows.
Yeah. Well, I always whenever I do a watch through of the movies, I always get to Part 1 and then never watch Part 2.
Yeah.
So I was I'm just going to do Part 2. It was okay. It just reminds me of to be fair, watching that, and also because I finished the books recently, has made me more excited for this new Harry Potter TV show they're going to do. Just because there is so much that those movies get wrong.
To be fair,
catastrophically wrong. And it's not even a case of missing things. Yeah. It's not even a case of missing things out. It's missing vital parts.
Yeah.
Spoilers for those that haven't read the books, but whatever. At the end when Voldemort dies, it's made very, very clearly that he dies just as a man.
Yeah.
He falls to the floor like a man.
Whereas, in the movie become...
Yeah, and that's
he does the weird death that those villains had for some reason at that time where they become dust.
And when you've read 600 pages of them just slowly chipping away at his soul, this uber powerful guy, when he then just falls on his face and dies a man.
Like a dog.
Yeah, it's powerful. And then it's stuff like that where it's not even things they've missed out, but things that they've just got completely wrong, which undermines it a little bit.
I've got a few days off between when I'm next at work, and you make me really, really want to do a... It's a bit cold. It's a bit mild, but Harry Potter for me, I've got to watch it when it's winter.
Oh yeah, it's not a summer thing.
And like, you're kind of making me want to, blow the windows open so it's nice and cold in my room.
Yeah.
Whack on all of them, binge them all,
Get under
play
a
the
big-
games.
a big heavy blanket.
Yeah.
Not just a little, like a big thick.
I might just have to do a really big gym session so I can have a day where I just binge
do
them
nothing.
and I kind of just. You know the one the one movie that I love but hate,
Yeah.
and it's Prisoner of Azkaban, because
Yeah.
I love the movie,
That's another one.
but I hate the ending.
Yeah.
I love the movie, but I hate the ending, and I'm always just like, I just really like that movie. The vibe of that movie is incredible.
Yeah. It's
Like,
the best book.
The theme of that one is incredible, and to be fair, I've only read the first two,
Yeah.
so like I should probably read them.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to read them. I'm going to listen to them because I really like Stephen Fry reading me books.
Yeah,
so,
it's so good. It's the best book, but again, there's like loads of like cool backstory that's just not mentioned at all.
So to finish the game. Never finished the game.
I don't think I've finished it either.
I remember really enjoying it.
I can remember enjoying the game, but then it's like the story's shit.
Yeah, I think it's good because you're like, wow, I'm in Hogwarts.
Yeah,
I think that's why it's good. Cause
then it's like the story itself is just a bit dog.
Yeah, the hype was incredible. I think a lot of people bought it as a process as well, didn't they?
Yeah. What else did I watch? I also watched the Australian horror movie that made waves recently called Talk to Me.
Yeah.
Was
that Talk to the Hand? Was it Talk to the Hand? Talk to Me?
Talk to Me, yeah, but
Okay.
they do talk to a hand.
Okay. They just didn't want to call it Talk to the Hand because people bought it. Yeah. Fair enough. I
I'm not a
I keep leaning back as well, so I might be quite quiet at points in this. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't worry. Yeah, I'm not a huge like horror movie guy.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'll watch horror movies, but it's never like my go-to genre. But that, like, Talk to Me is genuinely like just a really, really well-made movie.
So I like thrillers.
Regardless of horror.
Thrillers are usually good because like The Woman in Black and I'd say The Conjuring, they're more thrillers.
Yeah.
Where they've got cohesive stories.
Yeah,
the stories are good. You can get invested with them, and they still have the jump scares, and the monsters and the villains and the demons.
Talk to Me is not. I wouldn't say it's particularly scary.
Yeah,
it's more of like a gore flick.
Like
there is horror elements in it, like without a doubt, but there's like one bit in particular, and I'm not like squirmish in the slightest.
Yeah.
Like blood, guts, whatever. But there was one bit which you'll probably know what it is. Well, like you'll probably know what it like relates to in terms of like the human body, where I nearly threw up. Where I was just nope, not doing that.
It's eye related then.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil like who it is or what happens.
But it's eye related.
There's something eye related, and it nearly got me. But other than that, I was safe. Other things I've watched. That's just reminded me actually. Stop, you fucking freak! Who touches their eyes?
I actually got a thing out of my eye. I had a thing in my eye.
You need a little lobotomy, mate.
Other day, so in the kitchen scenario that I work at, I was cracking some eggs, and I felt something hit my eye, and I was like, and then must have been about 10 hours later, I was in the gym and I was like, something's scratching my eye.
Oh no!
I opened my eyelid and I had a bit of eggshell in my eye. Also, and which is weird, I used to be allergic to eggshells as well when I was younger, so it's because I'm not anymore, because I'd be fucked.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I had an egg. I was like, what the hell is that? And it was a bit of eggshell.
Moving on.
10 hours.
There's one thing I do need to mention on this, while we're talking about what we've been watching. I gave an unprecedented shout out a couple of weeks ago where I credited my brother with putting me onto a show called Last Stop Larimar, which is, if you can't remember, is the one, is that town in Australia. Turns out my brother actually had nothing to do with that recommendation, and he just recommended it through someone else recommended it through him. So I'd like to rescind all the positive things
and give it to the other person
about Kez. I'm sorry, Kez, if you're listening.
You know, his brother is the one from the old show.
The guy with the bird.
Yeah.
And instead, I would like to redirect
met Kez.
all the positive stuff towards Sam. So thank you very much, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Apologies for the mistake. It won't happen again.
Yeah.
And thank you for the recommendation. And shout out to you.
Yeah.
Kez.
You're a bugger.
You're a disgrace. Never happening again, mate. Ever.
He'll watch Iron Claw and he'll give it back to you.
Yeah,
That's what he'll do.
I'll call you in tears.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Simo, I think that's the show.
That's the show. That's
Yeah.
it.
Do I tell them where they can find us?
No. No, you can find us at the Two Droid Podcast at gmail.com if you want to send in any questions, any queries, anything you think we should talk or discuss or cover, or any movies you're excited about, or anything like that, any pop culture news. You know,
just dope,
anything,
really.
Yeah, anything you want to send in.
Yeah.
Or we're also the Two Droids Pod on Twitter. We're not on TikTok yet, but I think we should try and do something with that, really.
We are trying. I've got an idea. I'm cooking.
YouTube, we're on there. You know, we're everywhere. Just get in touch. Why not?
Yeah, let us know. So a bit of a...
Sorry, I said Twitter. I mean X.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Normal man.
Ooh.
Yeah, a bit of a more streamlined episode, but back to normal next week.
Yeah.
Madam Web.
I'll watch Madam Web. I don't want to, but
spoiler alert. It's gonna be fucking dreadful.
Yeah, I don't want to. I feel like I might need to be drunk. I think I might.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
I think I might get drunk and watch it.
Maybe we do that. Maybe we get drunk, watch it, record straight after.
But we're still pissed.
It's just like a 4-hour long episode.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson
episode. Tell you what, it's fucking Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney. She might just be the only saving grace that movie could be.
Yeah, I've noticed. I put my cup on the thing, and I can see on the recording device that it's made a very loud noise.
You know, for her acting talent.
Yeah, you know, I'm a method actor.
Yeah,
you know?
Or acting talents.
Well,
anyway, we will see you next week with potentially a drunk episode on Madam Web.
Yeah.
And yeah, till then.
Goodbye.
Stay frosty.
Stay twister.
Oh yeah, it's twisting time, baby.